You know the style, you know how it is. Okay, so lovely to see you again, Rachel. Like last time we met was Barnet. When you were like with Glasgow City against Arsenal. You were in a different colour shirt then. And then all of a sudden, here we are in June 2014, and then you're down in Notts County. What happened over the months? How did it all like happen for you?
Yeah,
change and everything.
I think sort of at the end of last season, I was just looking for a change. I was looking for something new. I felt in Scotland I'd possibly achieved a lot of what I could have, and I wasn't sure, where my development came. I wanted to try something different, and I'd always looked at the English League and seen it as more competitive, and that was a place where I felt I could learn something. And so far, I feel that is the case, and I'm enjoying my football here.
One thing, I don't know whether it was like an omen of that there, but during that conversation that we had, do you remember?
Yeah.
And I was paranoid about the tannoy, wasn't I? About the music coming on, and YouTube would like to block it because like the sound. I said that you needed an early goal.
Yeah.
And who scored? Against, in the return leg against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that for fate?
Yeah, we did. It was just that we couldn't quite turn the tie around. I think it was a bit much to ask at the time, given the squad we had and the time of the season it was for us. And it was unfortunate. Like I say, though, times have changed, and players move on, and I've moved down here, and it's been good so far, and it's been a learning curve.
Was it a tough choice leaving Scotland though? Was it hard?
It was, yeah.
I mean, family-wise and like commitment-wise and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, I'd been away from home, sort of family home, for a couple of years. Originally, I'm from Aberdeen, so moving from home wasn't necessarily so hard. But I was settled in Glasgow, I had a good job, and obviously we were successful at Glasgow. It's always difficult to leave success to go to a different challenge. And I think certainly when we moved here, it was, a lot of people looked at it and were surprised perhaps that I came to Notts County. It was a bit of an unknown, and a lot of people thought it was a gamble. And for me, the reason I did it was because I wanted to go somewhere where I felt I could really develop and work on certain aspects of my game, particularly the defensive side, where I felt I needed to work on. And I knew that I would get that at a club like this, and where there'd be a lot of demands from a defensive point of view.
Were you a full-time pro at Glasgow?
I wasn't.
You wasn't, but you're full-time pro here?
Yeah, I was a chartered
fantastic.
accountant.
Well, that's a pull, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's certainly made a huge difference. It's something that, in terms of lifestyle and allowing me to prepare for games and training and maximise, my development was important.
And a nice way you're living at the moment. You're living around Nottinghamshire or whatever.
Yeah, and the club's been very good putting us up in a nice house. There's 3 of us live together, and it's been really good.
You seem to be blending in well. I was watching you today, you sound quite surprised. I was watching, but I was here. I need to assess the game. Well, but you seem to be gelling in very well. You're playing well.
Yeah, we have a good team spirit, and I think
you seem quite commanding at the back. Your captaincy, has come with you in the defence.
Yeah, I think
because you were captain of Glasgow, weren't you?
Yeah, and as a centre back, you have to take that. You have to speak and be vocal, and we're fortunate that everyone of the girls get on really well. We have gelled, and we've got a unity about us, and that helps us. And I think the results have showed. We've also struggled with early on. We had a few bad injuries in our squad, and without having a lot of depth from the start, that could have been a bit of a big blow. But we've all come together, and we've got some good results. And on top of that, the likes of today away at Chelsea, last week at home to the champions Liverpool, we actually feel a bit aggrieved that we've not come away with more out of the game. So I think that makes a big statement.
I saw Ellen on crutches today. What happened there? What was that about?
Yeah, she's out with a ACL injury, so it's a bad one for Els, but she works hard. She's a good athlete, and a very good athlete.
No, definitely. What a brilliant striker.
Yeah,
I saw a lot at Arsenal last season.
It's disappointing for everyone in the squad, and obviously for her as well. But she's still around the camp, and she's still a big part of this team. And that's something that's always been a marker for us. It's not just about on the pitch; it's off the pitch.
You've had a great start to the season. Yeah. Would you say this kind of because I was talking to Karen Barsley about this just earlier, because Karen was doing work for BT Sport today. Has this kind of World Cup stop kind of come into it? What's caught your eye?
Sorry.
No. My investment. Anything goes. No, they're not professional. No. But would you say that this is? I want to swear as well, but I just say, would you say this break for the World Cup is a bit of a pain in the? Because of the momentum at the moment. Because you're playing well. Possibly,
but I also think it's. Yeah, to be fair, it's an unusual structure to a league. We only started 6 weeks ago. There's been a lot of games, there's been a lot of midweek games, and have, you know, a break of almost 6 months, then only be back for 6 weeks, and have a month off.
Exactly. There's no consistency.
Yeah,
it's alright.
it's unusual, but you know, you have to make the most of it. You have to use that time as preparation, and also, you know, the Men's World Cup is on, but it's also there's women's internationals and World Cup qualifiers. So as much as it's a break in the league, a lot of our girls are still going to be away playing at the highest level, and you know, you just have to prepare and come back. And for the second half of the season, you know, I know that we'll come back strong.
Okay. Well, listen, the bus is waiting, and like I said, you've taken the time. You know what? I found it so easy
You're
to
very
talk.
welcome.
No, I found no. I'm not being a creep. I'm just saying I found it really easy talking to you in Barnet, and I wish we could have talked a bit longer. But obviously, here we are now. So maybe at some point we can catch up again for the rest of the season. But listen, well played today.
Thanks a lot.
And until next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.